Hello. Hi everyone. Welcome Instagram, welcome Facebook people to Wednesday night dance therapy belly dance class with me. I'm really happy to see you. And when you sign in, I'll see more of you and I'll know you're there. So go ahead and check in, say hello. I'm gonna get myself together here. I think everything is good, but you gotta let me know each time the sound and the volume and the clarity. Make sure that everything's okay. Every now and then things are not okay. So hopefully we're looking good, sounding good. So check in. I'm going to see if my Facebook has come up. Not yet. Okay. Hopefully. I try to watch it on my own laptop. And see, yep, there I am. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Okay, so time to check in. Let me see if anybody is here. Let's see, we've got this one going. Oh, good, good. Okay, we've got Abby. Yay. All right, thank you. Thank you so much. So tonight, you probably read my little blurb. It's Shimmy Secrets, right? We're going to review and drill. We love our drills, our shimmy techniques to make them stronger, more coordinated. We're going to work on learning how to speed them up and slow them down. We're going to do some drills to coordinate and strengthen your legs independently and working together. All right, so let's get myself going here. And I'm going to start the music. We're just going to move around a little bit and then we'll get into the drills. So let's get ourselves moving. Here we go. Get ourselves moving and going and get our blood pumping. All right, here we are. Good. All right, roll your shoulders. There we go. And forward. That's it. A little bit of stretch. Up and up. Reach it tall. There we go. Keep moving. There we go. Just adjusting. I'm adjusting my screen. And I'm going to adjust this one. Hang on. We're going to look a little weird. There we go. Think that's better? All right, twist. Get your spine loose, your abdominals waking up. Yeah. And a big circle. can do to make our shimmies stronger, all right? So one of the main things you can do is to build the strength of your legs, okay? Build a nice strong leg. So we did a little bit in the warm-up. We'll do a little bit more now, all right? When you shimmy, it's actually a relaxation. It's a release, okay? It's a nice relaxation. And let's see, okay. Let's say hi, hi, there we go. It's a relaxation in the thighs and in the whole leg because it's a shaking motion, right? You're shaking rather than squeezing. And I think that's the hardest part of shimmies, is to not tighten up your leg. That's what we all strive for, is not to squeeze the leg. However, there is muscle being used, right? The more you relax, the longer you can shimmy, you get more endurance. The more you tighten, the more tired you get. So we're trying to build strength so that we can let go. Sounds opposite, doesn't it? But that's the way it is, all right? So put your feet shoulder width apart, all right? And what you're gonna do is just squeeze and squeeze your glutes together. Squeeze. Now tighten your thigh. Now lift your kneecap. So I don't know if you can see, but I'm squeezing really hard, right? So my thighs are tight, my hamstrings are tight, my glutes are glued together. Everything is really, really firm, right? Just hold it. Very solid, all right? Now, what's everything else doing? Not much, right? Stomach is relaxed, standing up tall, right? All that good stuff. Now release. Good. All right, again, squeeze, tighten, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Now squeeze, lift your kneecaps. Lift them. Lift, lift, lift. You can physically use your thighs to contract and your kneecaps pop up. What I don't want you to do is lock your legs back. That's never a good thing for the knees and the joints, so don't lock yourself back. But do straighten, tighten, and squeeze. Now bring your feet close together. Now put the pressure on the inside. Squeeze your legs inward. Your glutes come in, your legs come in, your calves come in. Everything is squished together. Yeah, good. And hold that. Hold, 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 and release. All right, so it's an isometric technique of holding tension and then releasing, and it makes your muscle temporarily relax, and it makes it easier for you to do the relaxation that you need for your shimmy. All right, so let's go back and do the tightened shaking of the legs, and we'll go all the way around. So we pick a leg, whichever leg you want. You're going to dorsiflex your foot really hard. Push down with your heel. Soft leg on the other side. Now you're doing this. Push, 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 push. Shake, 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 shake. Right? And your thigh is reasonably tight. The skin is shaking everywhere. The flesh, the muscle, right? So hold it there. Tight, tight, tight. Now that same leg, take it front. Flex, lead with your heel. Push with your heel. And push it forward and shake. Good. Now take it straight back and shake. You have to tilt a little bit so it's back here. The heel is pushing downward in the back. And shake, shake, shake. And release. All right? So it gets a little tired. That's what we want. That's what we want. All right. Stand on the other leg. Dorsiflex. Push the heel. And shake. Now you're going to have a leg that is more coordinated and a leg that is less coordinated. That's okay. You'll feel it like, well, this is my uncoordinated one, this is my left one, so it's a little uncoordinated. All right, take it back. Flex, flex, flex. That's it. Balance is a challenge tonight, and then forward. See, that feels awkward, really awkward to me. It's kind of shaking everywhere. It's not super controlled. So whichever leg that is for you, practice on that one more. Just shake it. Take it another round, right? Side and back. And then sometimes you'll find your hand goes like this. Your hand tries to help, right, on the less coordinated side, and then take it forward. That's it. That's it. And release. Oh, okay. All right, very good. So now, hi Deneen. So you can use that drill. It's a very simple drill. Just shake, 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 squeeze, and you'll get a lot of, you'll build strength, you'll build coordination, you'll build speed. All right, so now, where we were before, push everything together. Knees, calves, glutes, everything, squish. Squish it in. All right, now take your knees and push back, back, back. Do you see how my hip is tilting? Just, I'm not doing anything else. I'm just taking my knees, just unlocking them and then pushing back. You don't go all the way back to where your hips are locked and your knees are locked. That's never a good thing, right? We don't lock anything, but we are going to push back. And as you push back, the hip will slightly tilt. Now push back faster. Keep squeezing in though. So as you push back faster, your legs want to come apart. That's where the muscle comes in. Pull inside, pull in, tight, tight, tight. Push back, 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 back. Now speed it up. And you have what we call the earthquake shimmy, which is really fun to do. Woohoo! All right, can you see my butt? It's jumping up and down, right? I think. Yes, it is. It's jumping up and down, right? If that's happening, you've got it, right? Because as you go back and forth, just the hip pops back, back, back. And you're going to feel the lower abs, the lower part of your belly, and the low part of your back shaking and kind of bouncing up and down. Just all around here, you'll feel the flesh moving. Every shimmy has a feeling, right? So this earthquake shimmy, push back, 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 a little faster, and push. There we go. And release. So every shimmy has a feeling, and that feeling is the flesh here kind of jumping up and down and your glutes jumping up and down. Now, this particular shimmy is a really good warm-up to do your alternating leg shimmy. So that's what we're going to do next. This isn't not only learning this shimmy, but you use it as a drill. All right? So squeeze, lift, back, 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 and back, 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 back. Squeeze. Now slow and fast and slow and fast and slow and fast and slow. All right, now separate your feet, alternate your knees. Your alternating shimmy is going to feel really good because you put a lot, as soon as it's that isometric thing, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze really hard, and then when you release, the body relaxes and it lets go and it does a beautiful, beautiful shimmy. All right, so squeeze, earthquake, squeeze, 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 back, 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 back. A few more seconds. You feel your legs pulling apart? They literally pull themselves apart. All right, go right into it now. Woohoo! Feel that? It's relaxing. It just, okay, this is easy. All right, this is easier. All right, let's try one more time. Squish, squeeze, and slow, and quick, and slow, and quick, and slow. Now quick, and hold that. Back, back, back. Got it. Push, 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 push. And separate. I love the way that works. I love the way that works. So when your legs are more tired and they've just let go of tension, that's when you have a killer shimmy. That's when you want to do your shimmy. So you can run up and down stairs, you can do squats, you can do chair pose, all kinds of things with your legs. You can do all this isometrics, all these wonderful things. And your shimmy will start to relax more and more and more. And then what you need to do is really get a feeling of what does this feel like, and can I call on this without having to do all that stuff in advance, right? Because what I see a lot is this. Can you see how I just tightened up? I just tightened my knees, I'm shimmying, but I'm not gonna last very long because everything is tight and I'm gonna get tired, right? Now watch, I'm gonna let go. And there it is. Now also notice, shift just a tiny little bit. We don't want to look weird, right? But we can shift our weight slightly forward. It makes it easier to push the knee back, not locking, never locking, but pushing the knee back. Keep it going. There we go. Okay. All right. So alternating knee shimmy, push back and back and back. Good. Stand really tall. Excellent. All right, we're going to take this into a bent knee shimmy. So we're going to slow this down, bend your knees, and 1 and 2 and. So on this one, really important, when you bend, it's just a demi-plie. It's just a little pop down. So there's locked and unlocked, or straight and soft, right? We call it, right? And then there's a little lower, which is a demi-plie. Then there's a real plie. And then there's a really deep grand plie, right? So we just want the baby one. So just past unlocked, sit. Small amount. And then you're going to push your knees, still push your knees back, back, back. However, if you do this, your knee will lock, and look what happens. The hip goes. You see? So, this ain't it. I'm just showing you because that's what the body will do. When we straighten up and push our knees back, and then we sit and we push our knees back, we try to go to straight again. And that pops our hip to the side. All right, so we're going to not do that. We're just going to straighten our knee as much as we can, right? So I can get to here comfortably, or I can push, and you can feel it click to the next level, which is the bad level. That's where we don't want to be. My knee just locked out. That's unsafe, okay? So watch where the bend is, right here. See where I'm pushing? I'm pushing my knee back, but it doesn't straighten. You want to stay in a demi-plie, so you just go a small amount, and your body will start, it stops itself. You can't go anymore without straightening your leg. So go to that point. Go to where you are about to straighten your leg, but you're not. All right, so back and back and back and back. And then it's got a cool look because it's a hip shimmy, and the hip tilts. Is it tilting? Yes, tilting. The hip is tilting, and it gives you more of a hip shimmy rather than a vibrational shimmy, right? Or an earthquake shimmy. There's so many shimmies, there's so many to do. They're really fun. All right, so let's sit a little bit and push the knees back, back, back. Now, when you push back, do you feel your butt tightening a little bit? It kind of stretches. So go with it. Squeeze. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And you'll feel a really nice pop in the hip. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. So this is the slow hip shimmy, and it turns into a hip isolation, and then just speed it up, and then let go. At the very top of it, where you're relaxed, you're not squeezing anymore. Everything is just, this feeling is your thighs are shaking, and your glutes are going sideways. They're shaking left, right, left, right, left, right. Okay? That's that feeling. So your bottom should be wagging, so to speak, back and forth, and your inner thighs should be wagging and probably bouncing off of each other, right? It's a lovely thought. Okay? Pull in, right? When we sit, we don't want our hips to go back. Tuck your tailbone under, and a little baby demi-plie. And push back, 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 and speed it up. Yeah, good, good. All right. Now from there, keep your stomach in, keep your chest lifted, raise up, straight leg, and push your knees back and shift your weight into the ball, slightly forward, a little bit, and go right into that straight leg shimmy. Okay? Yeah. There we go. Tailbone points to the floor. Push your knees back. Now just start working your way down and bend your knees. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And then you have your hip shimmy, bent knee shimmy. It's a little slower typically because the hip goes up and down, and you want to go at a speed where you can, if you go so fast you can't tell, right? You just, so do it at a comfortable pace because the hip tilting is what looks good. That's the look of it. So you don't want to go hyper speed. If you go really fast, get up straight and go fast and do it with your straight leg shimmy so you can have a cool vibration, all right? But the bent knee shimmy, it's not as fast. So I usually ease into it. I go 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and then I build the speed. All right? And straight leg. And bent leg. So here's our drill. Straight leg. And bent leg. And straight leg. And bend. And straight. And bend. All right, walk it out. Very good so far. Let's do a little coordination drill, a little coordination exercise. We're going to work on releve and plie, right, with the same shimmy. And then we're going to work on alternating our legs. So we'll be doing 2 shimmies at the same time, the straight leg and the bent leg, each on a different side. Isn't that fun, right? That's very cool. So get your feet kind of ready. Let's do a couple of calf raises. Lift yourself up. So when you do a calf raise or a heel raise, you're doing kind of the opposite of what you think you're doing. In your mind, in your body, you feel like you're lifting up. In reality, what you're doing is taking your foot, pushing the ball of the foot down, right? So when you push on one side, that raises the heel. It's more grounded. When you lift here, you're a little more floaty, right? Lighter. And if you have to stay there, sometimes the balance isn't as good because your awareness is up here. But if you ground into the floor, take the ball of your foot, push down, and that pushes you up, right? And then feel the weight of the ball of your foot. A lot of times you can hang out there a lot longer. You won't feel as lifted. You're going to feel more grounded, right? So we're going to try that, okay? So here you are. Press and lower. Press and lower. So try to do it with control. So you go up at a certain pace and you go down at a certain pace and up. And you also have to find where your weight is, because if your weight is too far back, you can't get up there, right? If your weight is too far forward, you actually fall forward. So you need to figure out where to shift your weight. So into the ball slightly. Now push it down. Push down, push down, push down, and your heel will come up. All right? And push and release. Control. All right. Let's do it with the shimmy. Okay, here we go. Straight leg shimmy. You feel it up the back of your calves and hamstrings, I hope, right? That's where it's supposed to be. All right, so find your comfortable spot, all right? Actually, let's release first because you'll have a better experience. So let's go back to earthquake. Squeeze, squeeze hard, push back, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, 5, and 6, and 7, and 8. Alternating leg shimmy. Relax, relax, relax. All right, press the ball of the foot down. Hold your shimmy with the straight leg and lower. Press. All right, so remember, don't lift your body. Push down with the foot, right, to lift you up, right? So don't think of pulling up, think of pushing, right? And if you need to come down or, just move around, your legs and ankles are going to correct and find your balance the whole time. Okay, this is all and your core will be working the whole time. So make sure you engage those abs. Here we go. Press. Good. And down. And press. And down. Try to keep your shimmy the same. Try to make it so your legs don't change. They do the same thing. It's just your foot that's moving. The knees are doing the same shaky, shaky, the same thing. Here we go. Press. Oops, almost. Sometimes you have to stop for a second when you're about to fall. And down. So once more, one more. Up. And down. Okay, good. All right, keep it going. Now, bent knee shimmy. Slow it down just a bit. All right, so how does this work? If we press and straighten, it turns into something else, right? Which it can do. That can be something. We can bend our knees, demi-plie, and then we can go on the balls of our foot and straighten and go into a straight leg shimmy. And then bend into a bent knee shimmy. And then press up and straighten. Good. And sit. Bent knee. And straight leg. And bent knee. All right, so now, but what if we want to go in releve and we don't want to straighten our legs? We want to do the bent knee shimmy. So you got to shift forward. You have to pop your knees. All right, so relax your shimmy. Do a little demi. Now, push your ball of the foot down. Pop your ankles forward. Forward. Let's see. There, and you have to find your balance. Because if you don't go forward enough, they just come right back down if you're leaning back. So I'm finding my spot as well. Up there, yeah, there. So we're on the balls of our feet, but our knees are bent. Now try to do your shimmy. Oh boy. Yeah, that's a challenge. Bring it down. Let's try that again. This is not easy. This is not easy. Take it nice and mellow. Get the bent knee shimmy going. Now push your knees forward. There. Good. And down. And forward. And down. Good. One more time. Up. Just onto the ball. And down. And notice I'm not all the way up. I don't need to be way up on the ball of the foot. That's okay. All right, so we now know that we can do a bent knee shimmy on the ball of our foot, right? Okay. We're holding on with the toes. And we can do it flat foot. We can do a straight leg shimmy, flat foot. And we can come up on the toes and do a straight leg shimmy. Or we're going to, right? It's maybe a work in progress, but that's where we're headed, okay? So, we're going to split it now. Pick a leg. I'm going to pick, this is my right. That's going to be on the ball. And then my left is going to be flat, all right? And then when I switch, I'm going to just, you can choose. You can come up, releve, and down, right? That's more of a warm-up. We're going to do it a little differently, but this is one way. To lift to both toes and then down on one, both toes and down on one, or just maintain a similar height, drop one heel, pick up the other one. Drop and pick up the other one. Right, so you're not really changing where you are in space, you're not going up or down, you're just replacing. So this one's going to go down, this one's going to come up, and switch, and switch, and switch, and switch. All right, now how does the shimmy figure in this? Because we start with a straight leg shimmy. We pop one knee. So what happens is we're doing a bent knee shimmy on one side and a straight leg shimmy on the other. And they all merge together. So take your knees, push them back, but one of them is going to be bent. Yes. So don't worry so much about specifically how it looks because it's different on every person. But the trick is, get it going first. So, straight leg. All right, let's go up. Releve. Now, come down on only one foot. That's the easier way to get into it, to go up and then settle into it. So we have one knee bent, one knee straight. Both knees are pushing back, but they feel different. All right, here we go. Switch. Yeah. Push that straight leg back. Bend the knee and push back as well. And switch. And switch. It's a challenge. And switch. All right, let's add the up in between. Releve, straight on both, bend on one. Releve, straight on both, bend on one. Good, up, releve, and one. Excellent, releve, and one. All right, now just switch, 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 switch. All right, take a rest. This one is cool. However, if you're wearing a skirt or a lot of things over your legs, who's gonna see, right? It's not meant to be seen in the legs. What it's really meant for is when you lift your heel, what typically happens? Stand there, dance position, plie, lift a heel. What happens? Typically, we're lifting our hip, right? We're lifting and lifting and lifting. We're using the push of the ball of the foot, the heel, the leg, to push right up through and drive that hip as high as we can. Up, and up, and up, and up. So, that's what the shimmy is for, to do an alternating lift of the hip with the shimmy on top of it. So it looks super cool. All right, are you ready? Here we go. Am I ready? Maybe, maybe. All right, start your shimmy. Here we go. Start it. Releve. Down on one foot, one toe, or one ball of the foot. And switch. And switch. And switch. And switch. Good. All right, now the next switch, you're going to lift your hip with you. So this, we're just allowing the knees to come forward, right? But on this next one, we're going to allow the knee and the leg to push the hip upward, all right? So here we are, a little demi. Now switch, and the hip goes up. Yeah, and up. And switch, and switch, and switch, and up, and up. Try not to stop it. Try to have it in between. So in between is here. The other drill we did with the knees bent, right? That's in between. So you can still shimmy there. And then switch, lift the hip, get it up there. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Keep going. Quicker. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. One more set. 1. Stomach in. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Walk it out. So imagine how cool that looks, because your legs are kind of disguised, right? Your legs are kind of not showing so much, and you just see this shimmy happening and then your hip tilting, right? So it's a wonderful little layering cool trick that we have, that we like to use. All right, let's try it one more time. Straight leg, releve, sit on 1, lift hip, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 5, 6, relax, stomach in though, and quicker, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I told you we're drilling. Last one. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, were you able to do that without stopping? Yeah? Yeah, yeah? Okay. I love this one. I think it's one of the coolest things ever. But it does take a while. Look how long it took us, right? It takes a while to understand and work your way into it, because the body has a mind of its own. When you lift the heel, the hip comes up, and very often, boom, it's gonna do something else, right? It's gonna do another move, right? And the shimmy isn't. The hip is actually very soft. It's just tilting. And then you have to wrap your head around, all right, I'm doing a bent knee shimmy on one side and a straight leg shimmy on the other side. And I'm switching. Right? So there is quite a bit that goes into it, but it's worth the work, right? Whew, we got warm on that one. It's definitely worth the work. All right, so let's review our choo-choo shimmy, because that one is also a lovely thigh burner. It builds a lot of strength. It warms you up super fast, right? If you ever need a quick 5-minute workout, just start doing that choo-choo shimmy, couple belly rolls, couple of squats, you're good to go, right? For a quick workout. All right, so this is your bent knee shimmy. All right, and straight, and bend, and straight. Now bend, rock your weight forward onto the balls of your feet and back. So this is not up, it's forward, because we're going to be going forward, right? So shift your weight front and back. It's a rocking motion. Front and back, front and back, front. Now, as we go, let me get over here. As we go front, we're going to quit pushing our feet into the ground. We're going to allow the shimmy. So look, if your heels go up and down like this, right, with the shimmy, your toes are going to go up and down too. So let your heels go up and down. Push front. Now release your feet. They go by themselves. You just don't push them into the ground anymore. You let them do the shimmy with you, right? Right, and you want to put a lot of it in the booty, right? A lot of it. The rest of you is all smooth, graceful. Yeah, right. Here we go. Around. Stomach in. And walk it out. Feel it in your thighs? Plus we've been relevating and demi-plieing and doing all this stuff for 40 minutes. So your legs are getting a lovely little treat tonight. You're burning a lot of calories right now. All right, let's try again. So straight leg shimmy, bent knee shimmy, hip shimmy, shift forward and let your heels move. There. Shift forward and back, let your heels move. Push. Now your feet never come off the ground. That's why it's called choo-choo, because it sounds like a ch-ch-ch-ch-ch, right? Your feet make that sound. All right, here we go. Let them go. Keep them on the floor. Just scooch them. You should have socks or slippers, because it'll rip up your feet. It does tear up your feet if you don't have something on them. That's it. Good. And release. So that burns the whole thigh. Oh my goodness. Okay, congratulations on that one. If you made it through that one, good job. That one is a toughie, but it's so worth it. And it's really fun to travel with that. We just have a small space, but you can go forward, back, in a circle, left, right. It looks super cool to do it, and it looks really neat to do like an arm wave or something smooth, because you contrast, right? You've got your hips going crazy, right? And then your arms are not, right? They're nice and graceful. So the contrast is really pretty. So you can give that a try. Okay, let's try changing the angle. We're going to do one more thing. Change the angle of the upper body and maintain your shimmy. So straight leg shimmy. And let me think, do I have? Yes. All right, if you have a chair or a stool, just happen to have a stool right here, or a bench, just something, right, that you can hold your weight on and not have to work so hard, okay? If you don't have that, just use your knees, right? Use your thighs. You can use your own body, right? But when you practice ultimately have a table or a chair or a stool, something, okay? So we are going to straight leg shimmy, okay, here. And actually first, before, we've been using a lot of tension in our legs. Our muscles right now are very short because when you do strength and you squeeze like that, the muscle contracts, right? We haven't really done a lot to pull it back out, right? So stretch your quad, bring your knees parallel, just pick up your foot. Oh, do you feel that? It's like an old elastic that needs to stretch. Switch. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Oh, that's much better. And then you're going to just hinge at your hips and bend about halfway. You're going to feel your knees kind of soften in that spine. Right there. Oh, open up your hamstrings. Find either your knees or the chair or the stool. Now work your legs back and forth straight. Move it away. And come down. And then a hand on the floor. And relax. And roll it up. All right, so I was pretty darn tight. Pretty tight. Everything was just, right, but that's okay. So, we're going to do a shimmy with all this, okay? You're going to keep your straight leg shimmy going the whole time. So, straight leg shimmy. Remember, don't lock your knees. They're just going back and forth, right? Hinge from your hips. Now on this one, don't do anything with your legs. Try to keep the shimmy going just like it is, right? Just the upper body is going to hinge. Forward, forward. Keep the knees going. It's tricky. Now, if you have that little thing to lay on, that's good. Good. So don't round your back and don't sink your back. Try to have your back as flat as you can. Stomach in. Work your way down. One hand. One hand. All right. Contract your booty and your spine. Come on up, 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 flat back. Woohoo! This is hard. It's a coordination thing and it's also a fair amount of strength because to squeeze, to get you up with a flat back, you have to use your glutes as a pulley to lift you, right? So we're not rolling up soft, we're coming up flat. All right, so let's try it again. If you want us to use the chair or whatever, or you can try it just free form. So arms go back. Over we go. Flat back. I'm looking up, but look at the floor. Good. Now down. Relax it a little bit and hands to the floor. All right, lift the crown of your head first. Crown of the head, come flat. Bring your arms back, it's easier. Keep the shimmy going, flat. Now squeeze your butt. Come up slow, stomach in, stomach in, stomach in. Keep it going, keep it going, keep it going. Releve. And down. Releve. And down. Last one. Here we go. Shimmy's happening. Over, over, over. Over, over, over. Down. Up. It gets easier, right? All right, one more. I heard you. You want to do it one more time. I know you do. Here we go. Down. When you get to the bottom, you can relax your back. You don't have to be flat the whole time. Up. And relax. Oh, okay. Don't mind if I do. Yes, I think I'll sit for a moment. So, There was nothing easy about any of this, so congratulations that you went through it. If you did most of it, that's fantastic. That's fantastic. So hopefully you got some good tips. I got a great workout, thank you. That was fun. So, shimmy secrets, right? Hopefully you can use them. It's a training tool to build your strength, your endurance, your speed. And I think it's super helpful. My legs finally feel good. They feel stretched out. And they feel kind of tired. They feel kind of tired, so that's a good thing. All right, I'm going to turn you loose to enjoy the rest of your evening. And I will see you again next Wednesday at 7. And let's see what we're going to think of for next week. Something fun, I hope. So thank you very much. And I'll see you in a week. If you've got any questions, comments, just type them in. And I'll see you very soon, all right? Good night.